Welcome back to another Wednesday motivation. What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope you guys are doing better than me today, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The topic of today's show, today's hour, 45 minutes or an hour, kids as a motivating factor. The pros and cons of that. And I want this to be a really interactive kind of show. I think last week and some other weeks I just ramble, right? And I'll do that a little bit, but I want to read your guys' thoughts on this, your comments on it, how you look at that. And when you think about when people ask you what's your motivation, a lot of us say our kids are our motivation for different reasons, right? And that's a great thing, right? But what if you don't have kids? What motivates you? So I want to hear from parents out there. I want to hear from people that aren't parents. Kids as a motivator. What does that mean to you? Is it good? Is it bad? And like I said, if you don't have kids, what motivates you? We're going to share in that today. Appreciate all the people coming in. Am I frozen? I'm frozen. Oh, today. Oh my God. I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Maybe I'm not frozen. I don't know. Listen, today has been a day. Lock my keys in my car. I leave my keys in. No, these are my keys. And sometimes I leave them in as I'm running in and out of places. Don't recommend it. I've done it a million times probably. And today I get back to my car and all the doors are locked. Look at tonight's video for that. It is what it is. But I still got my vibes back. So, kids as a motivating factor. Let me see. Am I live? Am I good? Okay, I think I'm good now. Okay. What up, Zach? What up, David? What up, TV? I see Quad, Stanley, Jeff. What up? What up? I saw riding with Levi with an earlier comment. So I want to ask you guys a question. This is going to be an interactive hour, okay, of motivation. But kids, if you have kids, can you give me a thumbs up in the chat? Or a yes, and if you don't have kids, thumbs down or a no. And I want you, for those of you that are willing, to follow up with that. Are kids your motivating factor? I want to read some comments from you guys. And if you don't have kids, and if you do have kids, as your kids become older, will they still be your motivation? I think it's easy for us to say that as we have younger kids, right? Because we want to provide for them. We want to do things like that. But as they become older, can they still be and should they be your motivation for things, right? Because as they become older, they need you less and less on a daily basis. You're always going to be a parent, but let me see what the comments are buzzing here. What up, what up? So, yes, okay. Marisol, what up? I took my kids with me. They are older, 14 and 16. Okay, old kids. DDIS says yes. Lost Ghost says no. Scotty says no. See a lot of yes. 5. Wow, nice. Nomadic, what up? I know you have a couple daughters, right? Single mom of 4 of them. Mario Lopez is a single mom? All right, great. I have a grown kid. She's 22 and on her own. Right, David. And there'll be times where she'll need you, right? But are your kids one beautiful daughter, said Edward Lee. Light says 3. Yes and yes. My kids look up to me. I am their hero. Love that. Love that. Love that. D Low, what up? You're the best. What up, Sarah? Although they're young adults, yes, of course. Yeah. Okay, so 2 daughters. Right. Okay. 2 boys, single father, says Bang Maine. Kids will need you even when they are grown and gone. Grandkids. Very true. Vicky, 22 and 9, says Nomadic. Okay, so I know Nomadic has mentioned this before. Her kids are, big motivation for her for keep grinding. And the kind of work that we do, right? A lot of us are doing it for our kids. We want to provide. We need to provide. We got to show them how and what that looks like. We have to model that behavior. But what happens as they become older, right? Then what becomes the motivation for you? That's what I want to talk about today, right? And should kids, there's no right or wrong. This is just a conversation I want to have with you guys. Some would say, I've been reading certain articles and certain things and people I talk to, friends that are close to me that are fathers or that are fathers. Some of them say their motivation isn't their kids because they need to do things and make sure they're right and they're in a good peace of mind and that they're doing and taking care of themselves first so that they can better be a father and take care of their kids. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So some people have that, like their motivation isn't necessarily their kids first. Maybe it's their wife. Some people are like, well, I put my wife or my husband first, then my kids. So there's different ways that we motivate ourselves when it comes with family, right? I want to read some comments. I want you guys to really be interactive and let me know what you're thinking about what we're talking about today. Kids will need, okay, grown son, 34 years old, it inspires me every day, says Scott. Yes, 7. They have all grown. Wow, Robert's got 7. Marisol's 23 years old, and yes, they need us no matter where we are there, Rock. Yes. So let me ask you guys a question. Now, are any of you guys to the point where your kids have kids, you're a grandparent, right? So now, are your grandchildren motivation? I want to gauge the room here. I keep grinding because I don't have to work till I'm 80. Okay. My kids are 25 and 26. As historic publishing and life became far more healthy, and I became more successful once I let go and allowed me to be my motivation. Historic. So you see how some people, I can see why some people would say that, right? Still working, but listening. All right, Edward Lee, be safe, be safe. Vicky says, I am single and always looking. Okay. Kids come first, says Marisol. I'm excited about my grandchildren. Okay. Yeah, grandchildren are very different. You can have fun with them and then give them back, right? DDIS says, my daughters are 30, 29, and 14, and they all still motivation, and they are all still my motivation along with my faith. Love it. I have 28 grandkids. Robert, you ain't got 28 grandkids. If you do, that's a blessing. That's crazy. 28 grandkids? That's crazy. That's crazy. So should kids be the motivation, though? What happens when they don't need you as much? Do you lose yourself sometimes when your motivation is somebody else? I don't know. I just want to see what you guys have to say about this topic. Listen, for me, I'll share with you my motivation, right? I have a couple of them. And obviously my family is number one. And in that, I include my siblings, my mother and father, my lady, my two daughters, right? My brother. Like, for me, like legacy, family, the things I do and how I move. When I become an older man and I have grandchildren and things like that, I want to be able to look back and I want them to look at me like, hey, he was the role model for the family in what he did and how he moved and how he was there for us. So my kids are my motivation for a lot of different reasons. And for me, it's about like legacy, leaving something behind for them. And we're not talking monetary wise. We're talking like a feeling, like what kind of person did I help them become, right? And that's a really hard thing for a parent because, our kids, they start getting older and, we can't control all their movements and their thoughts and what they do and what they think is important, but we can lead by example, right? And we can be honest with them. And, so for me, it's like my motivation is just like trying to be a person, like along the way, just trying to be a good dude, a good whatever, brother, a good brother, a good son, a good father, a good partner, a good all of that. For me, that's my motivation, so that I want to be able to look at my family years from now and I want them to be good. I want them to be good people. I want them to be happy, healthy, like real easy stuff, but things that a lot of us take for granted, I think, at times. So let me read some more comments here. She's very successful, and no matter what, she comes to mom for advice. Okay. I do. It's great. Robert, 28. That's crazy. What up, channel? What up? Did you get my Instagram messages? Robert, I don't know. Maybe. I don't look at Instagram often. Madison, I don't look at Instagram. I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to take a look. What up, Mad Dash? My kids are my main motivation. Love it. Love it. Yes, I agree. Purpose in life. The Driven Dad message retracted. I don't know. I'm sure he's got some good things going on. He's got 5 daughters and a wife. My oldest looks up to me and still wants to be her own person. Okay. I currently have 9 kids and do DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, Lyft full time. Love it. Hustle. What up, Thomas? What up, Driven Dad? What up? Northerness says gives me more time for myself as well for my kids. Yeah. So Vicky says, as a single parent who have raised 7 children, 2 still at home, I am showing my kids how to hustle. If they ever lost a job, they will have the skills to hustle and bounce back till the next job. Absolutely. And you're leading by example. You're showing them, hey, things are going to happen. At some point, 99% of us will lose a job. Okay? 99.9% will lose a job. You get fired. You quit. you get laid off, something happens, and maybe you come to the gig economy or some kind of side hustle to make the ends meet while you find a career back in that field, or you try something else, or you're going to school. So leading by example is a really, really good thing. Pedro, do you lose motivation at times? Absolutely, bang. I lost motivation today a little bit. I did. And the way I get it back, and I'll share this with you guys. We'll segue a little bit. The way I get motivation back when I lose it, or when I wake up and I don't feel like I even have it in the beginning, or it was a long day, or I got a lot on my plate and it feels really daunting, right? Is I give myself, like I schedule certain things to do. I set up certain appointments. I tell people around me, hey, I'm going to be doing this, or can we do this together? So that other people, right, are either dependent on me for something in that day, or I have something scheduled. I got something to look forward to. That motivates me even when I'm not motivated, because I got to keep grinding, right? So for me, I try to keep my plate really not full, but like I keep myself like engaged. I don't like to use the word busy, because everybody's busy. When people say, I'm busy, shut up. Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got stuff going on, right? I try to keep myself engaged so that I have to, I gotta be and want to be in doing certain things. This is one of them. I set this up on Wednesdays, and I know I got to get my mind right and get myself self-motivated every Wednesday at 3 p.m., 4 Eastern, to come on and vibe with you guys, talk, learn from y'all, learn from me, share some motivation, share what's going on, just talk a little bit about what's happening in our lives, good or bad, right? So while I didn't have motivation today, I knew I'd get it when I turned the camera on. I was like, you know what? These people are going to bring me energy. I'm going to give them energy. So that's a motivating thing for me. I hope that helps. I know I ramble sometimes. I misspelled you. Oh, what else? You're good. You're good. Loads or not. Nothing is more motivational than retiring yourself early and not being dependent on Social Security tax government. Light, that's a fantastic. Listen, we have to do all this ourselves. We're not paying into any Social Security as a gig worker. Right? You might have some built up from a W-2. We're not paying into it now. A lot of it will not be. A lot of people, analysts say, well, we won't have Social Security the way our parents did, or our parents or grandparents have it now, because the system's kind of crazy. So we have to set ourselves up, and that can be motivating, right? You got to go out there and go after it. How many door dashes have you done today? 9, sheepdog. Went back to a W-2, still planning on doing gig work part-time. Love it. Dasher Poppy, I think that's the best formula, in my opinion. I think having some stable income, whatever that is, passive or active, and using the gig apps as a side, I think for most of us is going to be the best way to do it. I think a lot of people, it's for a minority of really lucky or really talented people will be able to make all their money just with the gig apps, but that's really hard and it's really rare. Inspiration trumps motivation. Inspiration comes from within. Motivation is from external. Yeah. So Driven Dad, do your kids inspire you? Or is that kind of what you're saying? You look at that as a little bit different. Having 9 kids, yes, it's a lot, but these gig apps allow me not to stress about missing things for them. Yeah, I love that. We made it halfway. Yeah. So we got a basketball team, a starting 5. The Drivens have a starting 5, and Northern has a baseball team. They can put 9 on a baseball diamond. Love it. I used to escort on Backpage. What? Back in the day, had my daughter and ain't posted an ad since. Dashing saved me for real. Hey, that's a real ass comment. I appreciate you saying that. I love that for you. That's real. Kids are motivation for sure. Yeah. Thomas says, I'm 19 and have been doing DoorDash for the past 5 months, grinding 60 hours a week every week. Wow, you grinding. What's your end game? Why are you doing 60 hours? What are you working towards, Thomas? Are you stacking your money? Are you paying bills? What is your motivation for grinding 60 hours a week? That's a lot, man. Most people do not work that much. It's a lot of hours. Yeah. Pop says kids, so I guess Pop Willie doesn't have any kids. Okay. I have a 20, hold on, I got to get my bearings here. 21-year-old? 22? 21? I forget. How old am I? I'm 41. Yeah, 21. And then, 18. So, or 18 months. Am I frozen? What's going on?
Dude, it's Greg Robert. 28 is crazy. What up, kid?
What's going? Oh, I got the playback here to see what I'm. Okay. Anyways, um, get a dope W-2 of your choice, Thomas, while you're grinding gig apps. You're young. Stack that money. Yep. Agree. 100%. Bro, you have a 21-year-old? Yep, I do. When I was 19 or 20. No, 19. I was when she was. I turned 20 like 2 months later. Not frozen. Okay, thank you. Bud Soda says no kids here, but kids are a good motivator in any line of work to keep going when you want to leave and give. You know what? Bud Soda, I don't disagree with that. I think that's a normal thing, though. Kids will motivate you. Like if you have responsibilities, and kids are a responsibility and a joy, but they're a financial responsibility. You got to provide, especially us men out there, single moms, one income households. We got to provide, right? If you're married, you got to provide, whatever that looks like for that dynamic, right? But kids will sometimes make you stay at a job because you need the money, like Bud Soda's saying, right? So it's a motivator to stay at a place, to hustle. But that could also be a detriment to your personal self, your personal growth, your personal health, your mental health, right? Because if you do anything that you really don't like or that you really hate or that isn't good for you too long term, you're going to sacrifice your own health for the benefit of others. Now, there's a lot of pride and dignity in that, but how long can you last doing that? That's why I mentioned, should kids or our kids, should it be our only motivation? I don't think it should. I think it should be our number one, right? Legacy, family. But I think we have to also think about, what do we need? What do you need? Right? Self-motivation, right? For me, that's been a game changer. Like realizing I need to also take care of myself before I take care of my kids. So it's like, you go in an airplane, how the stewardess always tell you, hey, if the plane goes down, you need to put your oxygen mask on before you do your kids. Our gut instinct is, oh, I got to take care of my kid. Well, you need to put that mask on, because if you try to take care of your kid and you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to pass out. And then you and your kid both pass out. You need to self-care, right? Do you for a second. Make sure you're good. Then naturally, organically, then you put that mask on that kid and then you're both okay. I hope that makes sense. Maximizing my money this week since I'm going out of town next week. Nice. What up, Hannibal? What up? Hannibal's probably say something funny, but what motivates Hannibal? I'd like to know. I kind of know, but share it with us. What up, Lee? Have you tried Walmart Spark? No, but I did a Walmart Uber yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I'll never do that again, ever. Walmart in my area is trash. What up, Unc? I just have a car hobby, ha ha ha. So DoorDash is a way for me to make a good amount of money to fuel my hobbies. Love it, love it, love it, love it. That kid is on his own. Every man for themselves. I knew he was going to say something crazy and funny at the same time. You be fair. My dad did a job with health benefits. I'll be not very good at first, but got better even though the wages sucked because he wanted to be able to make their kids have a stable upbringing. Nice. My motivator is my fur baby. Okay, so we got fur baby moms in here, mom and dads. I get to dash, make money, then I get to dash, make more money than I did at W-2, and I get my own schedule. Love it. The realist I heard all day. The DoorDash through college works for me. I think DoorDashing through college is a fantastic idea. If you got a car and you need some side money and you're putting yourself through school or something, listen, we give these apps a hard time, but when I say DoorDash, I mean the gig economy. I mean working independently on your schedule, making money. I think DoorDash is one really good way, along with other apps and other ways to make money. Yeah, 100%. Because college tuition is expensive. Bank says, you trolling? Escort? I have to travel all the states. Made a huge stride yesterday in not having to go down to do this any longer. Okay, nice. I'll be missing your Sunday lives because of my W-2, but I'll catch you on Wednesdays. Appreciate you coming on Wednesday, man. It's a different vibe on Wednesdays, but I really appreciate you coming in. Hit the thumbs up if you guys are liking this conversation. If you think this is different, it is. We don't talk a lot about this in the gig economy, right? But while this is a gig economy channel, it's also like we're talking and thinking about other things, right? Because at the end of the day, we're working, and we're all working basically for the same reason. We're making money, and how we filter that money and what we do with it could be a number of different things, but should kids be the number one motivator? Yeah, I'm just not a Walmart guy. I'm just not. Give it a good shot. Money, less gas, a mile. Yeah. Yesterday, I think there must have been, I know there was a glitch with DoorDash. I think there was also one with other apps. And I think they were so backlogged at Walmart. I saw it and the money was good. And it was like, it was the last one I did. But like, yeah, no, it took an embarrassing amount of time. And it dropped me off close around to where I live. So that's another reason why I took it. But yeah, it was trash. I signed for Walmart Spark and I'm still waiting to get approved. Okay. So anybody else? Does anybody have something else that motivates them besides kids? I think the majority of us, kids are our motivator. Is there anybody that wants to be vulnerable and say, no, I have kids and they are not my number one motivator? Does anybody want to come in, drop some bombs on us and let us know and share why that is? It's saying it's busy in my area, but they're not sending me any orders for DoorDash. Yeah, the Matrix, sometimes it's going to say that it's busy, but it doesn't mean that it's busy. So, yeah. And Wednesday in my market, at least in a lot, I think Wednesday is one of the slower days in most markets from what I understand. So, kids and killing my credit card debt. Okay, love it. Yeah, get that debt down. Credit card debt is crippling, man. It can be. My motivation is I don't want to end up homeless. Hey, that's your motivation. Keep working towards so that doesn't happen. I was supposed to dash in San Francisco this morning, 11 to 2:30. Okay, but I gotta edit these videos. I'll dash later. Okay. Make that money. What's good is about this kind of work that we do is we could fold in other things and dash when we want for the most part. My personal motivation, says Thomas, is to get into car sales. I'm close to being done with the apps, just waiting for potential second. Ooh. The car industry is changing, Thomas. Are you going to be like a traditional car salesman or are you going to sell them online? Because that is the future. Besides my girls, I'm motivated to see the world. Love that. This world is a crazy place, isn't it, Nomadic? Like, we get so much into my bubble of thinking like this is what it's all about. And then you go on a cruise or you see other parts of the world or you do this, you meet people. Man, it really gives you some perspective. This world's a crazy, crazy place. Wednesdays are terrible around here. Yeah, Lee. I think a lot of markets, Wednesdays are terrible. A lot of people take Wednesdays off. But so it says, I want to get my business going. I want to be able to have something reliable. Unfortunately, I just took out more debt to do it. And that's the last thing I wanted to do. But so listen, your story is interesting to me. I'd love to ask you questions, and I'm not going to call you out and ask them now, unless you're okay with them. Because you don't have any kids, and you work 100 hours a week. Where's the money going, bro? I'll just ask you right now. You don't have to answer. We could talk offline if you want. Sometimes it says it's busy. Yeah. I like to travel and dash. DoorDash. I do it. Other people do it. I'm kind of like over talking like horrible about them because like there are benefits to doing it. So literally, if you wanted to dash in every state and then just be nomadic or whatever and just drive and see everything and you can make your money. You cover your fuel cost, your eating, your hotel bills probably, right? By doing DoorDash along the way and like dashing and making come on. Well, there's not many lines of work you can do that, guys. There's some benefits, I'm telling you. Just 2023, we got to level up our minds and start thinking a little more positively. If you continue to stay in the negative, you're going to get the negative. That's how I look at it. Everybody can do what they like. You know what I'm saying? My 2-year-old main motivation, says Krista. My other motivation is patient care, trying to switch healthcare fields and working in hospital again. Okay, love it. Losco says mental health. I work 30 hours as a web designer and spend about 60 hours working on my Manja. Love the prop. What's Manja? Manja. Is that a book? Continual bad luck. Oh, okay. I have. Call me. You have. Yeah, we'll talk offline. We don't have to share your business like that, bro. Sorry for even asking. I was just curious, I care. That and I've repeatedly failing short of my goal. What's Light laughing at? I don't know what that means. Light's always got the emojis. I can't dissect the emojis. Use your words. Hello, Pedro, Central Oregon. What up? Drop where y'all dashing at. Did you have the glitch yesterday? Drop your city in town. Central Oregon in the house. Kids are number one, but my personal future is right there too. Yes, Bang. You know what? I like that you said that. Kids should be that. But then when they get older, we got to let them make their own mistakes, get on, be there for them as support as they become older. Then we have to take care of ourselves. We got one life. Some people will say that's selfish, but like we can only care so much for our kids. Like we're always going to be there because we're parents, but we also have to care for ourselves. And I think, in my opinion, when you are happier and healthy yourself, it makes you a better parent. I really, truly believe that. When you feel good about you and you're good, happy, you're healthy physically and mentally, it makes you a better parent. I really, really believe that. All right. Manga is Japanese style of comic. Comic. I knew it was a book though. Got it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Grand Junction, Colorado in the house. Kansas City, Mo coming in hot. Love it. Love my brothers out there. East Idaho, Oregon, Bend, Oregon. Okay. I dash in Arkansas and Oklahoma, but I have a normal job, W-2. Rogers, Arkansas. You versus Bud Soda. I don't know what that means. Oh, I get it now. Now I'm a POS scumbag. Now get out of here, Bud Soda. We don't need that. We're motivating this hour. Negativity is not allowed. Sorry. Wichita, Kansas, Houston, Texas in the house. That's what's up. That's what's up. I say that Bud Soda because you're not, dude. You're one of the hardest working people I know. So there's value in that, integrity in that, right? St. Louis, Brian, what up? STL, what up? If you ever see me on the street, say what's up. I saw my man Antonio today. If you see me, say what's up, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day was a little bit better than mine. Tulsa in the house. The Bronx. Ceci says, I'm in the Bronx. Always repping San Diego, West Coast. All right. Started cherry picking. Thank you, Pedro. Helen, what up, what up, what up? Cherry pick. Be selective. I try certain things with my videos and my account so that you guys could have information. Okay. I'll be a guinea pig here and there. And I think you guys are going to be interesting to see these videos. One that comes out tonight. I'll do one tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to be showing you guys some things here, okay? Texas, California. We've met. Cool. Oh, Brian, you know what? We have met. I'm reminded now. Thank you. Oh, damn, I finally got to do this. Nice. Coming in after all. Like, ooh. Okay, getting anywhere. Okay. DC in the house. What up, DC? What up, Kenneth? But Soda, what you talking about? You are not a scumbag. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you for saying that to him. Bud Soda, member for 12 months. Hard to believe it's been a year. Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. It has been. It's crazy. Coming up on 2 years since I made my first video. March, 17th or something. So in a couple of months, 2 years on YouTube. Crazy. I want the old Pedro back. Light, I hear you, man. Listen, you can love to hate me. I'm good with it, bro. Listen, this skin is extremely thick, and I appreciate all the support, all the thoughts, all the opinions. They are welcome here. And listen, the old Pedro will pop back here and there, but I'm evolving. So you guys are going to see that. I'm not going to make videos just to appease. I'm going to make videos that I want to make and videos that are true to me that day. And I'm going to share experience and continue to teach people what my account and what's going on. Because I think in 2022, myself included, and a lot of people assume things, and DoorDash is changing. So I want to actually give you guys tangible evidence of things. So, for example, today, what up? Hold up, is that Ricky? Ricky, what up? Vamanos Light. Been watching for 2 years. Thank you, Krista. I'm absolutely stressed. I hear you, man. I had a stressful day too, man. Dasher Poppy, thank you, man. Love to see the character development. Yeah. Today, man, today was crazy, man. But I'll tell you what, another new thing hit my phone today in my market I've never seen. Some new offer screen, says guaranteed pay. I took some runs. DoorDash is changing the game like they've always been. The history shows that. They change a lot. And I'm keep seeing it. I'm going to keep trying some things. We make good money today, but DoorDash is changing, man. I'm telling you, they're hiding item counts. I knew this was happening because other people told me about it, but it just hit my market. You know how they pilot test things. Hiding item counts, hiding subtotals. So all these little ways that we knew how to maneuver the app and find a hidden